Hello and welcome to today's StarCraft 2 broadcast, brought to you by Captain America SC2. It's yet another TVZ from LiquidSheth's replay pack. He is LiquidSheth, the purple Zerg spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Entombed Valley. Playing as his opponent today, the yellow Terran, spawning in the top left corner. It is mouzCCMarine. I have not actually seen this guy play before, but he is a Mouz player from the team Mouz. What is that, Mouz Esports? I think Thorzane, formerly of this, was one of their... who else is on Mouz, actually? I should look that up, get you guys a list. I'm sure you know. It's so, little Mouz Liquid competition. And see what happens with these guys. CCMarine saying Zerg is too strong for him. Oh, Zerg is strong, I do tell you. I'm not going to say that Zerg is OP. I do not think so, but I think it's good. I think I think there's ways to beat Zerg as Terran these days. You just have to be creative. And I wouldn't say it's broken. Sheth here talking about the balance a little bit. I don't know. What do you guys think? I've heard a lot of complaints lately, recently with the buffs to the Queen and everything, and to the Overlord speed, that Zerg is ridiculously overpowered now, and Terrans can't beat them. I don't know. I usually have no. I don't know. I'm about what 50-60% win rate, I think, against Zerg right now as a Diamond Terran, and it's my Protoss, my TVP that gets me. I have to work on that. So. I'm not going to complain about Zerg, but I do feel your pain. It can be frustrating at times. It can be a hard matchup if you don't know what you're doing. They just make 10 drones at a time, and all of a sudden you're way behind. They've got 4, 5, 6 bases, and you're on 2. And then the Broodlords hit with the Infestors, and you're just like, what the hell? And then you kill that army, and then the Ultralisks show up, and you're like, oh man, my day is over. But that is the life of a Marine, I tell you. He shoots the Broodlord, the Ghost snipes the Infestor, and then an Ultralisk runs over them both. Alright, well, let's see if I should get back to this game a little bit. We do have the 1-Rax Expand coming from CCMarine, actually. See? Yeah. Yeah, little 1-Rax Expo here. Oh, drone almost makes it in. Oh, he's not going to make it out, though. 2 Marines finishing him off, double tapping him to the head. And Sheth here going his little hatch first into pool play. Does not get in early gas like some Zergs. He did get 8 lings out though. Looks like he wants to pressure this little low ground expansion here from CCMarine. He's a little bit vulnerable right now. He's got 3 Marines, and you notice this natural is wide open, so these lings could get in, and if he gets a surround, he could get some free Marines. Looks like he's moving out now with 8 lings. SCV Scout comes in, and a 3rd CC from CCMarine. He does like his CCs and Marines. I'm guessing we will see that all day. Now going into a double gas. Likely get a tech up to a factory, even maybe a Banshee. See how he plays it. Here come the lings though, but 4 Marines here are going to be able to handle this pretty easily with good micro. Falling back though. Trying not to get surrounded. The lings will be able to get in the base here. They do get the scout. We'll see the CC. So, CCMarine, not the most skilled of handling of this little defense here, but he will force the lings away. Maybe actually no. All right, these lings will die eventually to the SCVs. Sheth doing a good bit of damage there. He takes the drone lead, up by 8 harvesters right now. And he's going to be able to drone fairly safely now that he's seen that 3rd CC. Let's see what he does if he chooses to go for his own 3rd hatch. As we do have a 2nd barracks coming out from CCMarine. Likely just worried about some aggression, but Sheth, meanwhile, going for double gas. No quick 3rd here, actually. As I say that, yes, it is a quick 3rd. Okay, good. There you go. Sheth will take his 3rd in response to seeing that 3rd CC. Get himself back up in the economic game, as we do have a reactor Hellion. Little transition coming up here from CCMarine. Get some map control and put Sheth back on the defensive. And meanwhile, Sheth is droning hardcore. When these drones pop, he's going to be up, what, 40 to 28? at that point. Yeah. And then, whoa, even more drones. Look at this. Sheth just taking up. He's about 9 up right now. He's got a decent supply lead. And it's really, when you can get away with this, that's the trick as a Zerg, right? Knowing when you can build drones and when you can't. When to build units, when you need defense. Right now, I think he's going to be okay. He's going up. Actually, check the income tab there. He's up by about, what, 8? 8 harvesters. And going for a Roach Warren with, a little speed for his Lings. Getting the Overlord Scout in as well. We'll see Stim on the way to Rags Factory. And looks like double eBay here. So CCMarine getting ready for the late game, quite possibly. If he is going double upgrades now, +1/+1 on the way. And see if he takes his third, or if he just chooses to fully saturate his natural and his main first before he grabs that. And meanwhile, Sheth going into a lair with his roaches and also a double Evo chamber. Well, what will the composition be? Will it be roaches from Sheth? Trying to think the last game I had with him, it was, Zergling's Infestor Broodlord. So I don't know. How is he going to play it? Let's check his gas count. He does have... He's taking his gas at his natural. And he's got, 2 in the main. So, likely we'll see... what's he going to do in this? Infestors? Probably Infestation Pits. Sheth is a big infestor man from what I've seen. And here come the reaction medevacs plus siege mode. Okay, so... Interesting. Sheth will be going, if he goes for those infestors, he's going to get them... just about, with siege mode here. And that'll put CCMarine in good position to defend against when he pushes. Actually, rather not to defend, but to handle those, as his Hellions can't do anything right now. That is one of the complaints of Terrans these days. That it's just, with the Queen buff, it's so hard to do anything with your Hellions, prevent that third. But, I mean, you look at it, it's pretty even right now, right? Oh, as the Lings come into the main here, into the natural rather. Picking off a bunker here. Yes, will go down. The second bunker is going to stand. Marine's able to hold this off. Sheth doing a little bit of damage here. Going to get an SCV or 2 quite possibly. There goes 1. And will he get a second? No, he does not. Not quite. So Sheth trying to put a little bit of pressure there. Does break the front. And he's making 46 more Lings here. So let's see what he does with this. If he wants to go. He does not have... I do not believe he has a Baneling Nest at this point, right? So he's not going for a bust. There's the Infestation Pit for the Infestors. And just trying to, put some pressure as these Queens are out here. Pushing the Hellions back. Going to get the creep spread going again. Oh, loses 1 tumor. Loses a second tumor, though, Sheth does. And those Hellions, they can be annoying. As the more Lings into the natural. Sheth really doing some damage here. Takes off a tank, and that is big. CCMarine's tank count is going to be low right now. Just, he didn't get his factory up till late. And a Baneling Nest on the way. SCVs have to be pulled, so... Wow, and now the Hellions go down. This is just a lot of Lings from Sheth here. Really able to do so much damage. SCV's blocking the ramp here on, likely on hold position. Wow. So, CCMarine gonna be able to claim his natural again. No, there's too many Lings. Alright, there you go. Forces Sheth to back off, but Sheth now going for a Hive and a Spire with Pathogen Glands as well, and he's able to catch his breath here. It's actually even income-wise, harvester-wise actually. And if we check the lost count at this point, Sheth is he's up by about 1,000. As CCMarine does take his third now, going heavy Marine composition here with light on tanks. And a medevac or 2 popping out. +1 vehicle weapons about to finish. +2 for the infantry on the way. Also, we do have Burrow. And +2 melee attacks, +2 carapace for Sheth. So will we see some Baneling bombs maybe? He does have that Baneling Nest now. And I do hear the Banelings morphing. There they are. Only 3. But Sheth really able to do some damage there and put CCMarine on the back foot, which gives him a chance to get his high tech up and breathe a little bit. These roaches here trying to pick off the supply depot. Will it burn down though? There's no SCVs here to repair it. And now Sheth's gonna fall back. So I think he's just buying time. Wants to get his infestors out. He's got 3 on the way, and then waiting for that Greater Spire to finish. Going right for Infestor Broodlord at this point. It's a really strong composition against Terrans, and Sheth wants to make use of it. Now, CCMarine able to get his third up and saturated, taking the geysers there as well, and a fourth CC. Gonna go Marine Tank Medevac here. Gonna need something, though, to help with these Broodlords. Will he... Actually, has he scouted it, is the question. There you go. He did just scan. Look at that timing. Scans the hive. Knows what he's up against. We'll likely see some Vikings coming out of that starport soon if we click here. Let's see, what's his hotkey? Does he have his bullets? Actually, CCMarine, oh, he puts all of his production buildings on one hotkey. We click on that starport. Nope, not making the Vikings yet. Only got a couple tanks here. He's very, light on tank numbers. Does have a second factory though now, and double producing tanks. 3 starports. Look at that. 3 starports on the way, trying to counter this tech switch here, or tech transition from LiquidSheth as he goes for Infestor Broodlord. Meanwhile, these Lings scouting around the map, checking for hidden expos. A drop here. Doesn't look like it's able to do anything just yet. Units killed at this point. Sheth's killed 20 and CCMarine only 2. As these Corruptors could be out for a bit of a snack here. Medevac's gonna... Uh-oh. This drop could go down. Does Sheth see this? He has to see that. He's got his army over here. There we go. Now he comes in. Gonna fungal these Medevacs. And that is a bad day for those guys, I tell you. Ouch. Bit of a loss for CCMarine as he has some Marines here on the creep trying to push the spread back. You notice there are no creep tumors out here. But it does take a while for that creep spread to diminish in size. And Sheth blocking the 4th for CCMarine. Now that might be OP. Not really, but that's got to be annoying. As CCMarine pulls out his whole army to take this out. 4 Vikings on the way. Adrenal glands, +3 melee, +3 carapace for Sheth. Gonna see some battles here. Corruptors are out on the field. No Broodlords yet at this point. 6 Corruptors. Now, Sheth taking a 4th and a 5th wants to get the extra gas into his economy here and start banking up some resources. If you notice, CCMarine is like just about mine. Like his minerals are so low right now. Sheth banking up a bit. Supplies pretty even. And they're both going to be on, well, right now they're on 3 bases. As these Lings come in, not doing a whole lot. Not sure if they do get 1 tank. Sheth's just trying to poke and see what he's got there. Put a little bit of pressure onto the Terran. But this drop actually coming out. Will it be scouted? Corruptors out here, and Infestor's going to walk right into that drop. Will it get the fungal? Yes, fungled. Alright, Sheth picks off yet another full medevac of Marines. And that cramps your style, I tell you. CCMarine gonna have to come up with another tactic here because his drop play is just not able to do anything. And meanwhile, the Zerg is going to be able to take up to his 5th base right now. Controlling the map very well. He's got Lings at all these bases. If you check his vision here, he's got another Ling here. An Overlord. Huge flock of, what do you call it? A huge herd of Lings, I guess. They're called herds. Running around the map. Going to poke in here to the 4th at the planetary. Will it be able to do anything? Nope. Take out a couple SCVs and fall back. Now, 3 Broodlords on the way. So, a little bit of a battle coming. Perhaps in the future, we'll wait for these guys to just macro up. Both about maxed out at this point. Pretty even on upgrades. 3-3 is going to finish for Sheth first with +2. Actually, as I say that, +3 weapons did finish first. So it's going to be 3-3 versus 3-2 if there's an engagement here. +2 vehicle weapons on the way, +1 flyer attacks just finishing for Sheth as CCMarine gears up to take his 5th base. Staying even in base with Sheth. And it's pretty even actually. Sheth here gonna engage with the Broodlord Infestor comp, but these Vikings are doing a bit of damage. No Corruptors to be seen. It's just Infestors with the Infested Terrans for the anti-air, actually dropping fungals here left and right. Broodlord's a little bit dangerously unsupported by Sheth. I'm surprised he didn't keep any Corruptors. He's got 7 now on the way. And he really just changed them all into Broodlords there. It was a little risky. As his 4th is going to be sieged up now by these tanks. Not a good position for Sheth, as he could lose his base. He will lose his base, correction. It goes down. Ling's coming in now. And without the Corruptors, Sheth really unable to do a whole lot of damage with these Broodlords. Pushing in now with the tanks on siege, though. Going to be able to pick those tanks off. And the Marines as well will go down. The Vikings being fungled here. Nice fungles from Sheth, able to push this back. Corrupt is going to move in and finish the job with the fungal growth help from the Infestors. Very nice play from Sheth. He does lose his 4th base, but able to get the 5th up, keep it saturated. And could we see another expansion, maybe a 6th base at this point? If we check the minerals mining out, Sheth is mining out of his natural. Pretty low in the 3rd. Meanwhile, CCMarine as well, low at the 3rd and the natural. Both players just about mined out of their mains. And now CCMarine going to take a base here. His 5th base. Likely see a planetary there. The army for CCMarine, a few tanks here with a lot of Vikings and some Marines. Going to be vulnerable here though. Broodlord's coming in unsupported once again. Going to take some shots from these Vikings actually. This could hurt. Sheth losing 1 Broodlord. Must be careful with those guys. Corrupt is now moving in with the Lings and the Infestors going in here to this 4th base. Is he going to be able to take it out? Nice fungals on the Vikings. Corrupt is coming in to finish the job. And the Broodlord's doing the damage to the ground. But there are too many Vikings here and not enough Corruptors, I think, at this point. Actually, no, with the Infested Terrans, they're going to be able to hold. The Corruptors should be able to hold this. Only 1 Broodlord left, though. And actually, these Marines from CCMarine out of position here. Should be able to catch some Infestors, though, if he uses them. Could get some free kills. Oh, nice fungal from Sheth, though. Locking those guys down, and the Broodlord will pick them off. Alright, so Sheth, a little bit of a supply lead, 30 right now, but fairly even. Gets his 5th base, or actually his 4th back up. Going to be able to saturate that, and his 5th is saturated. Gas not yet taken. Kind of a low econ game from these guys. They are on 5 bases each, but definitely have not seen huge harvester numbers. 74 drones now for Sheth. I think that's maybe the most he's had all game. And just some, interesting trades. Trading their armies back and forth. Sheth being a little bit carefree with the Broodlords, I would say. Not supporting them as well as he could have. If he had, this probably would be his game already. But he's definitely in a good position now, morphing 4 more, plus 3 vehicle weapons on the way. And it looks like CCMarine going to stick with the Marine tank. A lot of medevacs here, and a few Marauders. So switching actually from the Vikings. How many he does have? What, about 5? And 5 more on the way. Thor is here. Yes, he is. He looks badass, I tell you. And now CCMarine going to push as 29 Banelings are morphing. Oh boy. Here we go. 29 of these guys. Let's see what happens. As we do have an engagement here in the middle of the map. The Broodlords doing the damage. Fungals going down. Lings coming in. Banelings as well. But the army of Sheth kind of straggling in here. Not hitting all at once. Going to take extended damage from the siege tanks. Corruptors going in though. Taking out the Vikings. And now the medevacs will leave room for the Broodlords to finish off the remaining army. Actually, yeah, this Thor, wow. Did they change the graphics on the Thor? He just looks super, amazing. Really, is this like a different Thor? Because he does not like the Thors I'm used to, I tell you. I don't know what I'm talking about, but this guy, he's not like the Thors I get in my games, I tell you. Okay, so Sheth wins that engagement. Pushes CCMarine back. It's a pretty even game right now. About 20 supply ahead for Sheth. But you check the resources right now, and they're both low. They don't have anything banked up. This guy, oh, Thor goes down. And the Broodlords once again coming in, doing damage. Lings now with the Infestors. See some Fungals going down. And Infested Terrans. Yes. Sheth able to push in here. Will he be able to take the 4th base out, though? Another Thor coming in. This guy looks so cool. I don't know if Blizzard updated the graphics, or I've just been playing on low settings, but man, that's awesome. Another one coming in up here too on the top right. And well, these Thors are going to do a lot of damage. The Broodlords actually take Queens here, 2 transfuse, great epic transfuses, saving one of them. The 4th does fall, the 4th Broodlord. Meanwhile, the 4th CCMarine is going to stay. Just not enough here for Sheth to finish the job. Actually, as I say that, the Lings do appear. So Sheth is probably going to be able to take this 4th down with this base here. It's just so hard to say, though, at this point. And it's really who can reinforce fastest. The lines of supply right now are shorter for CCMarine. He is closer to his production. than Sheth is. Sheth has to ferry his units all the way over the map. You know, they call that the defender's advantage. Obviously, if your factory's right here and the battle's right here, your tank only has to go from point A to point B, you know, that little bit right there to get to the battle. And meanwhile, if the battle's all the way over here, well, you have to go across the whole map. And so that's really what kept Sheth there from being able to take the fourth. He's just, his army had to come all the way over to here from his hatcheries. And in that time, it gave CCMarine the ability to reinforce at just a little bit faster. As we do see, looks like vehicle plating and +3 ship weapons. So CCMarine going, switching into Thors now with still a few tanks here, and the Marine Vikings. His base is a little bit vulnerable up here to these lings and banelings coming in. A drop also going out for CCMarine. One tank picked off, and looks like that's all Sheth's going to get right now as he gears up for a 6th base here in the bottom right corner. And this is a long game, ladies and gentlemen, I tell you. Could be quite epic. Let's see what CCMarine does. He hasn't been able to drop at all this game. 3 medevacs being sniped earlier, and these 2 actually aborted their drop right now. It could be a split map scenario at one point, the way it's going, but we do have an engagement here coming up. CCMarine pushing out. Gonna push the creep spread back. Now, Sheth here does get a nice fungal from the infestors, picking off some Marines and a couple Vikings possibly here. Will he engage though, or is he just... Looks like he's just gonna, you know, get some free units, some free kills with the energy off these infestors. And that's the great thing about spellcasters. You're trading, you know, energy for units, for minerals and Vespian gas. And if you can do that, energy, well, energy doesn't stop coming. It just continues to recharge over time. It's kind of like a renewable resource, I guess you'd call it. Whereas minerals and gas are the fossil fuels. They're the oil and the coal of the modern world, right? So you can tap into solar power and wind power and I don't know what else, hydroelectric, water power. Yes, we'll call it water power. Electricity. A little tongue-tied. Then you're in good shape. Anyways, enough with the environmental awareness tips for the day. We will get back to this game. 15 banelings on the way. CCMarine also going to take a 6th base as well. Actually, oh my, a drop into the natural here. CCMarine finally able to get something going. The Greater Spire actually falls to the drop. Oh, ouch. That is going to hurt Sheth just a little bit. Look at these infestors. He has so many infestors full of energy here and a good amount of broodlords. So you probably see him rebuilding that spire pretty soon as CCMarine uses that advantage caused by the drop to clean out the creep in the middle of the map. And Sheth's creep spread actually is looking pretty bad at this point. It was good out in the center of the map, but his bases over here are cut off. As we do have another drop coming. I don't know. Oh, Sheth just missing this. Oh, he's in his vision. And his army's right here, so we'll be able to clean this up. Marines going down, even maybe too many banelings being used there. Drop not doing a whole lot. As CCMarine tries to take a 6th base here, but there are some lings putting a little bit of a... Oh boy. 3 banelings in the mineral line here. If Sheth does not scan for this... Oh, I mean, I'm sorry. If CCMarine does not scan this, could get interesting. We have to keep our eye on these guys. I wish I did a picture-in-picture right now to keep it on this baneling line. Oh my god. Oh no. Is he going to do it? Sheth, are you going to do it? Are you going to blow him up? Oh, you're going to do it. Come on, Sheth, do it. As there's an engagement in the middle of the map, these 3 banelings are just sitting here. Oh my, we have to go. Here comes the engagement. Infestors moving up, fungling. The Vikings, Corruptors as well doing damage. Broodlords over here on the right being hit by the Vikings, though, falling. There's just too many Vikings. A lot of Vikings and Thors here. Fungal's going down, but the Broodlords have all fallen. 10 Ultras on the way now, so a little bit of a tech switch. The banelings still sitting here, though. Oh, there we go. Oh my, I don't know how I timed that, but that was perfect. Sheth, I think we have ESP because that was just perfect timing on that explosion. Oh man. Wow. So, Sheth able to take out that mineral line quite easily with those banelings. Also, it did a decent job in the engagement, switching to Ultras now, and that's going to help out against that many Vikings. When you see this many Vikings, and there aren't as many now as there were, but Ultras own Vikings, you know, and even Thors. it's hard. Ultras can be very difficult to deal with. You need the Marauders or the, Marines too. Stimmed Marines are lovely. Doing 9 damage. Now he's check the Ultra though. He's got 6 armor, right? So that's 3 damage from a Marine per shot, which is not a whole lot when this guy has 500 hit points. And he also heals slowly over time. So let's see what goes on with these Ultras here. Sheth actually pushing up, going to go for the base, for the expansion here, for the planetary. Splitting off a little bit of the army here to hold CCMarine back with his Fungals, fungling the front lines. But the Infestor's a little bit vulnerable here, have to fall back. Sheth trying to fungal, going. He does take the planetary fortress out quite easily with that many Ultralisks. And I don't know if CCMarine has anything to deal with this right now. 3 Marauders, 7 Marines on the way. That's just not going to be enough. This army is in trouble. The Thor is going to fall to all of these Ultralisks here. Oh boy. And yeah, Ultralisks going to town. Sheth likely going to be able to walk into this 4th base here and take it out as well. A lot of Lings coming in to reinforce. A few Marauders here, but will it be enough? We check the health on these Ultralisks. They are getting into the orange. It's a little bit low on health. These two in trouble, but the Lings coming in from the bottom side, able to pick off some of those bio units. And now CCMarine in a bit of a bind. Actually, it looks like he took the infestation kit out at one point with a drop, but just not able to do enough. There you go. GG, well played. Great game. Good luck. Not sure if this was from a tournament or not. Could have been from a qualifier, perhaps, from LiquidSheth here. A very interesting game. Fun to watch. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll see you guys later. Keep crafting.